Canadian Fangirl back with another new episode. Today, after talking relatively critically about a streaming service I'm not a fan of last week, I figure I balance the scales and talk about something I actually do like in terms of streaming this week. This week, it is Hidive. Yes, Hidive, the glorious anime streaming service that kind of gets overshadowed a lot, but if you're in the anime community, it's a brilliant service. I absolutely love it. I love Hidive so much. No, you'd be surprised. I love Hidive that much. I do love Hidive. So, yeah, let's talk about Hidive. I mean, I know this is gonna be weird. Cause I thought we were talking about an entire streaming service, but one. I'm gonna say this. Hidive's probably my favorite streaming service currently. I love Hidive more than any other service. I love it more than Crunchyroll, Netflix. I like it more than Disney Plus. I generally really love Hidive. Hidive, I don't know the best way to describe it. It's the service that gets a lot of good content, but it's good content in the fact that it gets the hidden gems. Anything that's on Hidive are the really underrated kind of hidden shows that you don't hear too much buzz about, but when people do bring up the show, they always say they're really good. Hidive always get the shows that are probably in contention for the anime of the year, which is why I like them, because it's like, yeah, they don't get a lot, particularly with the fact that Crunchyroll's got a monopoly, but it's like, the shows they do get are top tier anime of the year contenders. Like, real contenders. No one ever talks. And okay, it's not fair because technically last year they had Oshinoko, which was definitely a breakout hit. And I guess they technically had they do have Danger Than My Hug, which became like everyone's favorite romance of like the past 2 years that everyone loved. And I guess Eminence and Shadow got a lot of attention, but most of the time when I'm looking at Hidive, I'm looking at the shows that are like, yeah, in an industry where it's like Crunchyroll and Netflix and Disney Plus get a lot of really interesting shows. Hidive, tends to get the shows that don't get talked about a lot. I mean, I guess they have to kind of talk about more than anything on Disney Plus because Hidive actually advertises this stuff. Like, I've been getting ads for Hidive recently, and it's like, they're good ads. But like, I don't know, when you look at Hidive gives maybe 3 shows in an anime streaming season. They have 4 shows right now that they're airing. I mean, 4, but one is, what is it, Chikawa? I think it's Chikawa, which is technically a short. Yeah, with technically a long running series of shorts, though. The cute short, so it's like, you have that. But this season alone, they have With Me a Love Song, Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night, and of course the continuation of the Yosei Yatsu reboot. All 3 are incredibly well-written shows that are really great. Like, Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night probably is gonna be an anime of the year contender. Like, I don't know. It's gonna be one of those shows that probably when the year wraps, people are gonna be talking about it for like a top 10 anime. People are gonna be talking about it as top 10 anime of the year. With Me a Love Song is a really cute romance that they're running this season that is probably better than half the other romances that Crunchyroll has right now. And of course, Yosei Yatsu's reboot has been really good. It's like, I mean, it's Rumiko Takahashi. We all know her, but it's like, yeah, it's been a really stellar reboot and it's been really funny. But like, and that's the point when I look at Hidive. It's like, Hidive gets a lot of, kind of show that no one really talks about, like My Love Story, or Bloom Into You, or Thrane, or what Tina Snafu, Norodaki-kun, Gate. It's like, yeah, they get stuff like, Emma the Shadow and Dangers of My Heart was definitely got a lot of attention, but it's like, oh, Run the Crimson. But I don't think a lot of people talked about it. It's like, I know I bought Hidive for the spring 2020 season because I wanted to watch Execution on a Way of Life. And also, Ya Boy Kong Ming, which I am so glad I watched because that show was really good. It's like, no one talked about Yo Boy Kong Ming except for the opening, and the opening is great, but one, the ending is better. And two, Yo Boy Kong Ming is a really, really fun show. And Execution of the Way of Life is the reason I bought Hidive. And it's a really fun fantasy series that basically takes the Isekai premise and basically turns it on its head. And it's really unique and cool. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, they get kind of some dud shows. Like, I know technically they got My Insuggestibility and Overpower, but it was just kind of meh. You know, there was they got a couple. I mean, I know people won't have had a Giant Beats of Us. I watched it. I think it was okay. I get what people were like. Yeah, not great. You think, what the Foam with Stats one was kind of mediocre. Foaming Life. Although I'll say this about Foaming Life, I kind of like Foaming Life. It is not a good show. I can't say it's objectively good. It is entertaining though. It's like, I don't know. Just with talking the first episode, it gets really entertaining. Just because it is really kind of absurd. It's like, okay, this is stupid. I can't say this is good, but it's fun. Also, like, last season when they got Gushing Over Magical Girls. Again, can't say it's a good show, but it's entertaining. I'll say this: if you're gonna watch Gushing Over Magical Girls, massive warning, and also make sure you know you're not watching any cops. It's like, any cops listen to this? No, I'm totally not into this. I swear. I think I bought it. Okay. Okay. I don't know. The one thing I do like about Hidive is Hidive's also probably the cheapest streaming service I've ever seen. I think like 2 months ago, when everyone was talking about, I think, was it Disney Plus that was raising their prices again? I got an email from Hidive saying they had to raise prices. $6.99. It's like, oh no, $2 more than what I initially paid, which was $4.99. Oh no, a whole $2, $6. Oh no, the sarcasm. No, really, the entire service is $6.99. Like, it's so cheap. I love how cheap Hidive is. It is cheaper than Crunchyroll. It is cheaper than Netflix. It is cheaper than Disney Plus. It's cheaper than a lot of services, actually. It's like, yeah, $6 is not a lot, but it's like, you get, really, that's the price hike they had to put on. I think the reason they made it because they recently updated the entire website, and it looks hella nice. I actually really like the new layout of the Hidive website. It's now everything's big, and they have more things, and the browse is kind of more interesting. And I love searching for anime and Hidive because it's got some really good categories. Like they have it's broken up into TV shows, movies, the shows that are getting dubbed, the exclusive, and then it has the genre breakdown. And the genre breakdown's really nice on Hidive. I really do like it. I gotta raise my seat. I'm thinking. Ah, the joy of my setup. Oh well. I love the fact that they have an LGBT option for a genre breakdown for the Yaoi and the Yearly shows, and they get a lot of Yaoi Yearly stuff on Hidive, which I think is nice. I can't say it get it's got a decent dubbing. It's got decent dubs. It's like I just kind of like Hidive's dubbing system. Hang on. There's some cool stuff. It's got it gets you right to the store, and I mean, it clearly works with Sentai Films. I like Sentai Films as a distribution company. I think they do good DVDs. The Watch of the Night. It's got a nice home menu now. It's also got it's just got a great look. I like the fact that Hidive is had the white and the blue logo. Offset Crunchyroll with the orange. Yeah, I mean, I just generally really like this site. I mean, if I had to uh launch criticism at Hidive, probably my only negative on Hidive, and this is a super nitpick. I don't like the fact that it's only on web browser and mobile. Like, the only way I can watch Hidive is either sitting on my computer or on phone and tablet. Like, there is an app for tablet and phone. You can get it on your computer, but that's really it. It's not on smart devices. It's not on gaming consoles. It's not on any. Which kind of sucks, because if I want to watch Hidive, it means I have to be sitting at my desk to watch it. I can't, be lounging on the couch and watching it on TV or sitting on my bed. But like, again, that's a super nitpick. Like, if my only complaint with Hidive is it's not available on a lot of devices, you're looking at a pretty good service. Generally, I think you're looking at a really good service. I love its subtitle options too. Like, I like the fact that it gives you the option for subtitle colors. Some of those are really good. I'll give it that. And it's like, yeah, I don't like the fact that basically the only way I can watch it is on computer. But it's like, if I wanted to, I can always unplug my laptop and lay in bed with it on my chest. If I really wanted to lay in bed, but I guess I could. Or I guess I could use a screen sharing device on phone if I wanted to watch on TV. But yeah, there are ways around that. I don't think they're looking anytime soon to basically get into other systems. So it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. Those are the facts that the one thing about Hidive that I generally kind of like is you don't get a lot of the really popular shonen titles. Like, you don't get, the big popular, jump titles on Hidive. You're getting really, smaller shows. Like, you're not gonna see, a lot of things that'll like, if anything getting on attention, if anything getting a lot of attention on Crunchyroll, it's not Crunchyroll, Hidive. Yeah, if anything getting a lot of attention on Hidive, it's because it's generally really good quality. With either strong characters and story, and not because it's popular. Like, if something gets popularity on Hidive, it's because it's generally really good, and not just because it's One Piece. Well, the new title everyone's talking the one new title everyone's talking about, because the one new title everyone's talking about is like, I appreciate. And again, a lot of them are hidden gems. Like, no one's really talking about With Me a Love Song or Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night this season. Everyone's talking about what are they talking about? They're talking about Kaiju number 8. I guess Train to the End of the World. Yeah, like, but that's the thing. Like, I haven't seen too many people talking about Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. Like, I don't know. Maybe they are, and I just don't know this because I'm basically hitting a break with social media. Like, I don't know. I haven't been on X in like a week. But hopefully Twitter. But the other thing is, like, I don't know. I also feel like I lost my train of thought. I lost my train to the end of the world. No, I'm not talking about that. That's Crunchyroll. I think like the only show that really basically take. I mean, again, like, Oshinoko took off for good reasons. Danger My Heart took off for good reasons. That's really. And within I think I could say Emerald and Shadow really took off, because like, we all love Emerald and Shadow, but it's like not enough people are basically praising Emerald and Shadow for being the masterpiece, the masterpiece that it is. Like, oh my god, more people need to watch Eminence in Shadow. If you're not already watching, Eminence in Shadow is so funny. Oh, I love Sid. Like, oh. Or something like Helk last season. Like, I generally really liked Helk. I thought it was a fun fantasy, and not enough people talked about it. Like, I mean, a lot of these are good. Oh, Dororo is another, great series on Hidive that not a lot that gets a lot of attention. Or Kiba Maid War, reincarnated as a sword. Outburst Dreamer Boy, like one of the first shows I watched on a Hidive that wasn't a new release, which is a really fun like Bloom Into You, which is supposed to be a really good series. Or Coco Connect, with has been surprisingly decent. Or Hero Join My Hero, Love Stage, Golden Time. I watched the Rane on here, which is a great little sports anime. There's so much. The Bang Dream movies on Hidive. Like, it's a lot of Hidive's got they have a lot of titles that you kind of hear about, but not like you kind of hear about, but not in like popular circuits. Like, the shows that people talk about are the Demon Slayer, the My Hero Academia, the One Punch Man, the Mob Psychos, the titles that have basically been grabbed onto by a widespread audience. Hidive's got stuff like Domestic Girlfriend and Real Girl and Gate and Million Abyss and I feel not so much, but like classics like Legend of the Galactic Hero, Run of the Pickup Girls in a Dungeon. Shows that really, unless you're a hardcore anime fan, you probably wouldn't hear too much about. And that's what I like about Hidive, is it's the shows that really only dedicated otakus, dedicated weebs will watch. Like, general audiences, probably not, because Hidive is kind of an obscure service that not a lot of people know about. Like, Hidive in general, not a lot of people know about unless they're hardcore anime fans. People know Crunchyroll because Crunchyroll is popular, and technically don't like Sony. But people know what Crunchyroll is. Unless you're talking to another anime fan, you don't know what Hidive is. So general, audiences aren't gonna be picking up Hidive. Like, for a good reason, why not gonna seek it out? Unless, I guess it's understandable. But it's like, if you're an anime fan and you don't have Hidive, I don't know what you're doing. Pick up Hidive if you're an anime fan, because it's just genuine good content, fun shows. Oh, you're missing out on shows because they do take them once they do get once to see those stuff. So yeah, you're missing out if you don't have Hidive. If you want to be in the know to talk about Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night, which is so freaking charming. It is just so interesting watching Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. Just watching these girls basically, navigating entertainment in general, and I don't know, it's just been fun. With the Love Song, that's a cute little romance. I think which I think does its premise better than A Condition Called Love. I don't know. The only thing I know is with the Real Love Song and Condition Called Love kind of have a similar premise of being about someone who doesn't really understand what love is. And I think With the Real Love Song does it way better. One, I think it's more charming, just because I think their approach to love is a lot more innocent than what A Condition Called Love is doing, which I still don't know what it's doing because it's really written weird. Oh, Agami Got Killed, another great show on Hidive. I threw the Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night, not bad. I mean, I think I've repeated myself like 5 times. Hidive is like one of my favorite services of all. It is my favorite service of all time. I love Hidive. Like, it is annoying to basically have to watch it because I have to basically because I have basically transfer TVs because I don't watch Crunchyroll on my laptop. But it's like, if I'm on my computer, Hidive is so easy for me to get, particularly now with the update. Well, particularly now that the update they tell site, and it is so much easier for me to get into it. It's one click. But even before the update, I didn't hate it. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say this week. I wanted to talk about how much I love Hidive. Again, it's great. It's got some great anime content. It looks great. It's affordable as all hell. I think, okay, unless you can't afford $6. If you can't afford $6, well, you can't afford $6. You probably shouldn't listen to me anyway. Go work. Now, please. I know money's tight, but if you can't afford $6, it's I feel for you. But yeah, that's Hidive. It's a great service. If you like anime and you don't have it, go pick it up. It's the blue and white one with the symbol of a monkey. I think it's a monkey. It's got a great symbol. It didn't identify as Hidive. But yeah, that was That Canadian Fangirl. Remember to like the podcast, share it around. That's how we grow it. Like it. Follow me on all my socials. They're in the description down below. Remember no gatekeeping. We don't do that in community. You like something, you'll consider a fan of it. Don't let other people tell you otherwise. Don't let people basically try to bully you from not enjoying something that you think you enjoy. You're a fan of something, enjoy it. And that has been That Canadian Fangirl. When people ask you which fangirl do you listen to, it's That Canadian Fangirl. Which Canadian Fangirl? That Canadian Fangirl. All right. Later, people. I'll probably talk more about Hidive next week, because we're in more That Canadian backlog. Later, people.